The parable of the rich fool, what matters more than a bigger barn? Jesus told a story about a rich man whose land produced a great harvest. The problem was not that he became rich. In the Bible, many people who served God were wealthy. The real question was this: what would he do with what he had received? The man said, "I will tear down my barns and build bigger ones. I will store all my grain and goods there. Then I will say to my soul, you have plenty stored up for many years. Eat, drink, and enjoy yourself." But in his plan, there was no God, no neighbor, and no life for another soul. There was only me. That is why God called him a fool. When people feel anxious, they often want to store up more money, more success, more recognition, and more things to be proud of. We think a bigger barn will make the heart feel safe. But Jesus said a person's life does not consist in the abundance of possessions. A physical barn always has limits. If you store more, you need a bigger barn, and then you worry about protecting what is inside it. True peace for the soul does not come from the size of our storage, it comes from knowing God and holding the word of life that Jesus gave us. Jesus called himself the bread of life. The soul cannot live by grain alone. What gives life to the soul is the word of eternal life and the promise Jesus gave. The things of this world decrease when we share them. That is why people try to store more. But spiritual things are different. When Jesus fed the crowd with 5 loaves and 2 fish, the food was shared, yet it did not run out. There was even more left over. The word of life is the same. When we keep the word of Jesus in the storehouse of our hearts and share it with another soul, it does not disappear. It becomes deeper within us, and it plants new life in the heart of the one who hears. Jesus said this is how it will be with whoever stores up things for themselves, but is not rich toward God. To be rich toward God is not simply to have much. It is to use what God has given according to His will. If we have material things, we use them for good. If we have time, we serve someone. If we have understood the word, we share that bread of life with hungry souls. The rich fool had many things, but he did not ask what would remain before God. His barns were full, but his soul was empty. So today we should ask ourselves, what am I storing up? Is what I store giving life to my soul? When this short life is over, what will remain before God? The word of life that Jesus gave was not given for us to lock away. It was given to be kept in the storehouse of our hearts and shared with other souls. Just as Jesus loved your soul, may you also love other souls by sharing His word through both words and actions. A living soul is more important than a bigger barn. Let us not live only to store up for ourselves, but become people who share the life we have received from God.